all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning and happy Monday to you. This is the daily morning update from Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 3rd of December. US President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have agreed to keep their trade war from escalating with a promise to halt the imposition of new tariffs for 90 days. This will allow the two countries to negotiate a lasting agreement. The truce emerged after a highly anticipated dinner on Saturday between Trump and Xi on the sidelines of the Group of 20 summit in Argentina. As a consequence of the truce, risk appetite has apparently returned to markets early today, with the Australian dollar and the Chinese yuan climbing. Strategists have predicted gains for equities and other emerging market currencies. Indeed, the early risers in Asia are trading strong, with all three rising more than 1%. Safe havens like the Japanese yen and the US dollar have slipped. The other big update is that Russia and Saudi Arabia have agreed to extend into 2019 their deal to manage the oil market known as OPEC+, although Moscow and Riyadh have yet to confirm any fresh output cuts. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced the extension after a meeting on the sidelines of the Group of 20 with Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The comments opened the door for a deal at the OPEC meeting this week in Vienna. On to news from back home. After peaking in the first quarter of the current year, growth in the Indian economy moderated in the July-September period as consumption demand slowed and the services sector displayed signs of weakness. GDP grew by 7.1% in the second quarter of the financial year compared to 6.3% in the same quarter last year. The Indian government will buy locally manufactured BrahMos supersonic missiles as part of its 3,000 crore rupee defence spending plan. A panel chaired by Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman also approved buying Armoured Recovery Vehicles or ARVs for its battle tanks. These will be produced by BEML. Now, troubled airline Jet Airways is withdrawing its flight services on as many as 7 routes to West Asia from this month. That's a PTI report. In other news, Switzerland has agreed to share with Indian authorities the details of 2 companies and 3 individuals who are facing multiple investigations in India. It will provide what it has called administrative assistance to India on requests made on Geodesic Limited and Adi Enterprises. Similar requests concerning 3 individuals connected to Geodesic have also been accepted. In a bid to boost domestic production of crude oil, the government has constituted a 6-member committee to look at selling as many as 149 small and marginal oil and gas fields of state-owned ONGC and Oil India to private and foreign companies. SBI will hold an e-auction on the 13th of December for the sale of 3 loan accounts, Sona Alloys, MCL Global Steel and Jaiswal Nico Industries. It hopes to recover as much as 2,000 crore rupees from these accounts. In the week ahead, there's lots of global macroeconomic data to look forward to. There's also the outcome of the meeting of the OPEC, and that will take place in Vienna. The quantum of an output cut for crude oil in 2019, if one is decided on, will be known by the end of the week. And back home, midweek, is the RBI's Monetary Policy Committee meeting, and that will decide the policy rates going forward. With that, it's now over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup for the day in India. Good morning, Darshan. Positive cues all around going into trade today. How's it looking?
Hi, Alex. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yes, you're right, Alex. At this point of time, global cues are looking encouraging. The US markets ended higher, but it's more importantly to look at the Dow futures. The Dow futures are up 400 points at this point of time, given the positive meet at the G20 between Xi Jinping and Donald Trump. Brent crude is above the $60 barrel per mark. It's up almost 3% in opening trade. Strong close by the base metals on the LME. But what's happening in China is something that you need to watch out for. Iron ore is up almost 4% in China. The SGX Nifty is now trading close to the 11,000 mark in trade. So there is more traction that's happening. Auto sales number is something that you need to watch out for. All three, Maruti, M&M and Escorts, came out with numbers which were above the Bloomberg Quint analyst consensus estimates. SEBI will reopen the insider trading case against Sun Pharma, reports PTI. UBS has come out with a note in which they said that this could take some time to resolve and foresee a valuation discount to other large cap Indian pharma peers in the meanwhile. Biocon's jointly developed product Fulphila with Mylan has been granted marketing authorization from the European Commission. NMDC cuts iron ore prices by up to 8% in December, reports Steelmint. ATF prices for December have been cut by 11% pan-India due to lower crude prices and stronger rupee. Watch out for the sugar companies based out of UP. The UP government maintains SAP, that is state advised prices for sugarcane, at 315 rupees per quintal. And Sandhar Technologies signs a joint venture pact with South Korea company to make plastic molds for parts for cars and trucks. Lots in bulk deals. ICICI Lombard General Insurance in focus. Red Bloom Investment sold in 1.3 crore shares. The buyers include Fidelity, RWC Global Fund and DSP BlackRock. Ramkrishna Forgings is in focus. Amansa Holdings sold 19 lakh shares in the company, that is 5.2%. The buyers include Abacus Growth Fund, Old Bridge Capital as well as Vantage Equity Fund. Integrated Core Strategies acquired 3 crore shares in BHEL, and Pabra Investments sold in another 1% stake in Repco Home. Among the brokerages, Nomura has come out with note on the entire industry. They initiate on Apollo with a buy and a target price of 288. For CEAT, they see a target price of 1346. And Balkrishna Industries, they initiate with a neutral and a target price of 1008. IDFC Securities has downgraded Shankara Building post the con call. They've cut the target price to 525. They cut the target price and downgrade given the weak potential benefit of change in strategy and visibility in terms of execution. CLSA has cut the target price on Motherson Sumi to 180 from 233. They believe that the Indian business is in a soft patch but remain positive on the outlook. And Nomura has hiked the target price on Glenmark to 850 from 825. They remain constructive due to the strong growth efforts in the domestic markets and progress of the clinical development. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab and you'll be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks, Darshan. And thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a lovely day and an amazing week ahead.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.